In cockroach, wings are absent from. Now, let's first understand how many wings cockroaches have. Okay, so remember, cockroaches have two pair of wings. Okay, two pair of wings. Now, the first pair, which is also called as mesothoracic, it's the region from where they arise from. So, mesothoracic. These are thick, hardened, leathery, and protective in function. Okay, so these are thick, hardened, leathery, and protective in function. All right. The second pair, which is metathoracic. These are thinner and softer. Okay. Now see the option. We know first pair of wings are from the mesothoracic region. So option B is ruled out. Then second pair of wings are in the metathoracic region. So option C is ruled out. So the correct option is prothorax. Wings are absent from the prothorax region. Next. In cockroach, malphigian tubules are present in the junction of, now where it is present in the, it is present in the junction of midgut and hindgut. Okay, so there are about 150 malphigian tubules present here. Okay, so near about 150 malphigian tubules are present in between midgut and hindgut. Cockroach's blood does not contain a respiratory pigment. Now what does it mean? Let's read the option. It says it does not respire. Does it not respire? Of course it respires. Cockroaches respire anaerobically. Oxygen passes to all the tissues through diffusion. Oxygen reaches the tissues through tracheoles. So the correct option is oxygen reaches the tissues through tracheoles. Alright, next. The body cell in cockroach discharge nitrogenous waste in hemolymph, mainly in the form of, see, it's mainly in the form of uric acid. Okay, uric acid. Waste is mainly given out in the form of uric acid, and it will be in the form of salt. So it is urate. So the correct option is potassium urate in the form of a salt. Next. The young one of a cockroach is called, now it's called as a nymph. Nymph. The only difference is it would resemble the adult, but it would lack wings and mature reproductive organs. Alright, so remember the young one of a cockroach is called nymph. Next question. Match the type of tissue in column 1 along with the functions given in column 2. See, the functions are evident from the name only. Epithelial tissue, we said, is also prime function is protection. Nervous tissue is involved in conduction of nerve impulses. Okay. Then muscular tissue, this is involved in movement and in locomotion. Locomotion means movement from one place to the other, and connective tissue helps in binding different tissues. So this is the way each tissue is matched to its function. Next. Major protein of connective tissue is? So the correct option is it keratin? No. Melanin? No. Keratin is found in nails and hair, and melanin is found in skin. Connective tissue mein the major one is collagen. Okay, now what is collagen? It is a protein that combines to form tendons and ligaments. Okay, so protein that combines to form tendons and ligaments. Next, which one of the following is not a cell of areolar tissue? Areolar tissue, very loosely connected, a lot of space in them. Okay, so loosely connected, lot of space. Macrophages, plasma cell, adipose, they all can be having areolar tissue except Schwann cells. Now why Schwann cell? Because it is a component of nervous tissue. Nervous tissue. Next, voluntary muscles. Once again, what is voluntary? Voluntary means which is under our control. Okay, so voluntary means under our control. Now, lungs, liver, heart, all these organs function is not in our control. Okay, so the only option left is hind limb. We can control the movement of hind limb. So voluntary muscles are present in hind limb. Nerve fiber is different from muscle fibers because of presence of dendrites. Because dendrites are responsible for conduction of nerve impulses. See, no, dendrites are responsible for conduction of nerve impulses towards the cell body, which is cyton, and axon away from it. Alright, so the correct option is D, dendrites. Next question. Match the following and choose the correct option. See, fluid connective tissue is blood. Hyaline cartilage is found in nose. Adipose tissue is used for the storage of fat. And stratified epithelium is found in skin. Alright, so the correct option is A with B. Alright, next. Which of the following feature is not present in Periplaneta americana? See, to this group what belongs is cockroach. Alright, now the options that are given, we have to find out that feature which is not present in. Okay, so the correct option, indeterminate and radiant cleavage during embryonic development, this feature is not present because it shows the presence of determinate. Okay, shows the presence of determinate cleavage during embryonic development. Next, choose the incorrect statement from the following. Tendons attach muscle to bone is correct. Cartilage is made up of chondrocytes, correct. Ciliated epithelium is modified columnar epithelium is also correct. Adipose tissue is a type of dense connective tissue. No, adipose is a type of loose connective tissue. Okay, so adipose tissue is a type of loose connective tissue. So this statement is wrong. So the correct option is A. Okay, A is your answer.
Which of the following is a transparent tissue? Tendon, fibrous cartilage, hyaline cartilage, all of this. So what's a tendon? A tendon is something that joins my muscle to the bone. So this is not a correct option. What's fibrous cartilage? Fibrous cartilage are basically made up of collagen and they're very spongy. They basically have a lot of fibers. Fibers are like thread-like things present in the tissue. Hyaline cartilage are basically present in the bone, in the ends of the bone. These are very elastic. They are very clear. Therefore, this is the correct option. Hyaline cartilage is also called as a transparent tissue. Simple cuboidal epithelial lines all of the following structures except the ovary, pancreatic ducts, thyroid follicles, fallopian tubes. So ovaries have simple cuboidal epithelial tissue. The outer lining of ovary is made up of that. Pancreatic ducts are basically tubes. Our pancreas are also made up of simple cuboidal epithelial tissue. Thyroid follicles, these are present in the neck region where the thyroid gland is present. Even these have an outer lining of cuboidal epithelial. Fallopian tube, which is a part of the female reproductive system, this is not made up of cuboidal epithelial tissue. It is made up of ciliated columnar epithelial tissue. So the correct answer for this question is D, fallopian tubes. Lining of intestine of man is brush bordered, ciliated, non-keratinized, keratinized. So brush border meaning something that has a lot of villi. Ciliated means something that has hair-like structures. Keratinized means something that's made up of protein. So the basic function of our intestine is to absorb water after digestion. Okay, so these two are of no use to the intestine. So my intestines are basically having brush bordered. They have something called as villi. Okay, so what are these villi going to do? They are going to absorb the digested food into my blood, and from there it's going to be transferred to different part of the cells of my body. So the correct answer is brushed bordered, which is consisting of villi. Bone is connected to muscle with the help of ligament, cartilage, tendon, none of the above. So what is the cartilage? Firstly, see outside the bone there is something white color. So that white color thing is the cartilage. Ligament is something that is used to connect two bones. Tendon is something that connects the muscle to the bone. So you see muscle that is connected to my bone, that's basically made up of tendon. So the correct answer is C, tendon. Choose the incorrect pair from the matches given below. Antenna, sensory receptors, metathoracic wings, flying, malphigian tubule, excretory role, crop, grinding food. So antennas are basically the sensory receptors. So this is a correct match. Metathoracic wings. So the wings present are at the metathoracic region, which is used for flying. So this is also a correct option. Malphigian tubule is used for excretion. This is also a correct option. Crop is present in the stomach, which is not used for grinding. It's basically used for storage of food. So the correct answer for this particular question is D, crop, grinding food. Which of the following statement is correct about the respiration of frog? In frog, cutaneous and pulmonary respiration are found. A pair of elongated pink hollow lungs are found in the thorax. During estivation and hibernation, gaseous exchange takes place through the skin. So let's see the first one. In frog, cutaneous, pulmonary respiration are found. What is cutaneous? Cutaneous means respiration with the help of skin. Pulmonary means respiration with the help of lungs. So in the case of frog, this is true. Frogs use their skin as well as lung to do respiration. A pair of elongated pink hollow lungs are found. So when the frogs are on land, they make use of their lungs. They make use of their lungs for respiration. So this is also a correct option. During estivation, hibernation. So what does this mean? This means when the frogs are inactive. That means they're not doing any activity. So at this particular time, the skin is going to be used to exchange the gases. That's the carbon dioxide and oxygen that we are talking. So basically all three options are correct. So my correct answer is A. 1, 2, 3. All of these are correct. In the skin of frogs does not contain cutaneous glands, lymph spaces, mucus glands, scales. So this is an easy one. The frog has cutaneous glands which are used for respiration. Lymph is also present. Mucus gland again is present. There's no frog having scales. So the correct option for this answer is D, scales. Scales are absent in the frogs. To which one of the following categories does adipose tissue belong? Epithelial, connective, muscular, neural. Epithelial tissues are basically which are settled on the basement membrane and having single layer of cell. Connective tissues are something which has a lot of fibers, like our blood vessel, our bones, which is basically used to connect. Muscular tissue are muscles. Neural, something that's present in our brain, the neurons. So adipose tissue basically belongs to the category of connective tissue, which is, so the correct option is B, connective. Which of the following is absent in the coelomic fluid of earthworm? Salts, hemoglobin, corpuscles, protein. The coelomic fluid of the earthworm is alkaline and it is a colorless liquid. This liquid has salts, this liquid has corpuscles, this liquid also has proteins. So hemoglobin is something that's not present in the coelomic fluid. Hemoglobin in the earthworms are present in the blood plasma and not in the coelomic fluid. So the correct option is B, hemoglobin. Blood vessels in perithema which have valves are dorsal, ventral, integumentary, lateral. Dorsal means the back side of the body. Ventral means the front side. Lateral means being side to side. Whereas integumentary, it's not a position, it's basically a protecting system in my body, which protects my body from excess loss of fluids from waters. In perithema, the blood flow is from the back to the front so that there is no backward flow. So according to this, the valve is present in the dorsal side. So the correct option is A, dorsal. Primary functions of enteronephritic nephridia of perithema is osmoregulation, excretion of nitrogenous waste, respiration, locomotion. So osmoregulation means exchange of salt and water in the body. Excretion means removal of all that's waste like ammonia, urea in this context. Respiration is exchange of gases, what the lungs do, and locomotion is movement. The main function of nephridia is it functions as a excretory system in the body of the earthworms, in the body of the annelids. So as per this, our correct option B, excretion of nitrogenous waste. Male cockroach differs from female cockroach in having antenna, labrum, maxillae and anal styles. Antenna is basically present at the head region, which is the sensory receptors for the cockroaches. It's present in both male and female. Labrum and maxilla, both of this is present in the mouth of the cockroach. Again, this is present in both male and female. Anal style is only present in the male cockroach. So if you've seen the cockroach, at the tip you have something like this, which are the anal circus, which is called as the anal circus. In male, there is something like this coming out, which is the anal style. So this particular structure is absent in the female. So our answer is D, anal styles. Which one of the following statement is true for the cockroach? The number of ovules in each ovary is 10. This particular statement is not true. The larval stage is called as caterpillar. We all know the cockroaches, the larva stage is not called as a caterpillar. Anal styles are absent in the female. So at the end, there is a structure like this. This is the anal circus and this is the anal style. So this particular thing is absent in the female. So our correct answer is C, anal styles are absent in the females. Match the following with the reference to cockroach and choose the correct option. First one, Falmer chain of developing ova. Gonopore, bundle of sperms. Spermatophore, opening of the ejaculatory duct. Ovules, the external genitals. So let's start from ovules since it's easy. Ovules should be the first one, basically the ova. Spermatophore, simple again, they are bundle of sperms. So this is the first one and this goes with the second one. Gonopore. Gonopore are basically the openings for all the ejaculatory ducts in the ovum. So this goes with the 3. Phaneromer, this is the external genitals. Genital means the reproductive organ. So this is the 4th one. So the correct option is B, 4, 3, 2 and 1. This one. In the mouth part of cockroach, the labium forms 1 while 2 acts as the tongue. So you have to choose which one acts as the labium and which second one of these options acts as the tongue. So before to begin with the answer. The mouth of the cockroach consists of labium, it consists of labrum, it consists of mandible, it consists of maxilla, and it consists of hypopharynx. Okay, so out of which this particular thing forms the lower lip. This one is the upper lip. And this hypopharynx, this is the tongue. Okay, so the correct option is D, lower lip and hypopharynx. Each thoracic segment of Periplatina americana is enclosed by 4 skeletal sclerites, a dorsal dash, a ventral dash, and 2 lateral dash. The dash of the parathorax is also called as pronotum, which covers the neck and the part of the head. Complete the above paragraph by selecting the correct sequence from the words. So there's a paragraph given. I have to check the sequence given here and write down the option. So for the first blank, it consists of 4 skeletal sclerites. So let's see the first option here, chitinous, proteinaceous. So it's basically not proteinaceous, it's made up of chitinous. So option B and D are not correct. So a dorsal dash. So in Periplatinum, the dorsal is a tergum. So here the answer is sternum, which is incorrect. So the first two is correct here. So my answer basically will be A, chitinous, tergum, sternum, pleura and tergum. A. In frog, mesorchium is a thin fold of membrane extending between 2 testes, liver, kidneys, 2 kidneys, kidneys and testes. So in the frogs, the testes are present very close to the kidney. So the vas efferentia, which is basically a part of the male reproductive organ, the vas efferentia, it joins up with the mesorchium, later on opening in the uriniferous tubule. So if you know, uriniferous tubule is a part of kidney. So the vas efferentia, which is coming out from the testes, is connecting with the uriniferous tubule. Okay, after that it opens up into the kidney, and from the kidney it is directly removed from the body through ureters. So the correct answer is D, kidneys and testes. Which of the following is a wrongly matched pair? Unicellular glandular cells, goblet cells, saliva, exocrine secretion, fusiform fibers, smooth muscles, cartilage, areolar tissue. So the first one, unicellular glandular cells. So glandular cells are basically which have glands like our skin cells, sweat glands, and goblet cells means which look like globes. So basically, this is the correct. This match is the correct one. Saliva with exocrine. Exocrine secretion means the ones which do not have ducts. So since saliva is directly secreted into our mouth, even this is a correct option. Fusiform fibers, smooth muscle. Fusiform fibers means something which looks like spindle, something like this, spindle shaped. So even this is a correct match. So the incorrect match is cartilage with areolar. Areolar are connective tissues, whereas cartilage is made up of skeletal tissues. The cartilage in our bone is made up of skeletal tissue. So the correct answer for this particular question is D, cartilage with areolar tissue. Blood-brain barrier in adults have dash junction between the cell. Tight, adhering, gap, none of this. What's a blood-brain barrier? It's a barrier present in our brain. The basic function of this barrier is to keep the plasma composition in my brain constant, so that there is no fluctuation in the neural functioning. So there is no fluctuation in the reflex action that the brain carries out. So the answer to this one is tight. The brain barrier has to be tight between the cells so that the functioning of the neural functioning of my body is proper.